Alright, so I thought that it would be really helpful for anatomy and physiology to hear the practice routes as well as read them from the book and view them in the book and study them on the models. So I'm going to read out my answers that I came up with from the book, starting with the first one, which is the right radial artery to the right subclavian artery. And to get to the right subclavian artery, you would have to pass through the right brachial artery and then the right axillary artery. Our second route is from the arch of aorta, in which you would pass through the brachiocephalic trunk to the right common carotid artery, and then you would end at the right external carotid artery. And then our third one, the right subclavian artery to the right atrium, we would pass through the right brachiocephalic artery and the superior vena cava. Our fourth route is the arch of aorta to the left brachial artery, in which you would pass through the left subclavian artery and the left axillary artery. Our fifth route, superior sagittal sinus to the right internal jugular vein, in which we would pass through the transverse sinus first and the right transverse sinus first and the right sigmoid sinus second. Our sixth route would be the right cephalic vein to the right brachiocephalic vein, in which we would pass through the right axillary vein and the right subclavian vein. Our seventh path would be the superior vena cava to the right axillary vein, in which we would pass through the right brachiocephalic vein and the right subclavian vein. Our eighth route, inferior vena cava to the right femoral vein, you pass through the right common iliac vein first and the right external iliac vein second. Our ninth route would be the right posterior tibial artery to the right popliteal artery, the right femoral artery, and then you would end at the right external iliac artery. Our 10th route is the left pulmonary vein to the left atrium, the left ventricle, the aorta, the left subclavian artery, and ending at the left axillary artery. Our 11th route is the basilar artery to the right internal carotid artery, the right common carotid artery, and the brachiocephalic trunk. Our 12th route is from the right common iliac artery to the right external iliac artery to the right femoral artery and the right popliteal artery. Our 13th route would be from the right peroneal or fibular vein to the right femoral vein, and you would pass through the right posterior tibial vein first and then the right popliteal vein. And I wanted to note that it's really important, or at least I thought it was important, to know whether you were talking about vein versus artery as well as right versus left, because when you get into the pulmonary veins, they're a little bit different than the others, so that was a good thing to note. I'm also going to be posting a video of animation for heart catheterization that I thought was really helpful and a really good clinical connection for knowing these routes.